Students, today we'll start exercise 2.5 and we'll understand question number 1, 2 and 3. Now for question number 1, I have taken some of the examples. I hope that once you have gone through the videos, you will be in the position to do question number 1. Okay, it's very easy. You just have to compare the two decimal formation. Now in the question number 1, they have asked which is greater. Now they would in the questions there would be two decimal form would be given and you have to compare. You have to say that which decimal form is greater than the other one. Okay, for that you have to understand one basic thing about decimal is that on the left hand side of the decimal there is a rupees. We have to consider this as a rupees, and on the right hand side of the decimal this is a paisa. So how many rupees, how many paisa is there? 2 rupees 60 paisa. Okay, so keeping this note in mind, we have to compare all the decimals. Now let's say I've given one particular example. You see that one decimal is 1.06 and another is 1.6. The first thing that you have to see always when you're comparing the decimal is you have to first compare the rupee form. Okay, so that should be on the left hand side of the decimal. So what is there on the left hand side of the decimal? It is 1. And what is there with this number? 1. So in both the decimal form we see that the rupee form is similar. Now when this happens, when you find that the rupees form is similar, then you have to compare the paisa form. Now what is the first digit? You just have to compare that. Now according to this particular form, decimal form, the first digit is 0, and regarding this part, what is the first digit? Yes, 6. So which one is greater, 6 or 0? Obviously 6. So this number is greater than this number. So 1.6 is greater than 1.06. Let's see another example. 4.1 and 4.001. Now again you have to see the rupee part first. So you see what is there in the rupee? 4. And what is there? What about this particular number? 4. So we see again that the rupee portion is similar. Now what we have to compare? Obviously the paisa form. See the first digit after decimal on the right hand side, that is 1, and what is here? 0. So which one is greater? Obviously 1. So straight away you can write 4.1 is greater than 4.001. Let's say about this one, 5 or 0.5. Now what is the meaning of 5? 5 means 5 rupees. How to write it down? 5.0. Okay, never write 5 as 0.5. Okay, because 5, only 5 or 3 or 12 it is written, then we will consider this as a rupees. Okay, now 5 is greater or 0.5 is greater. So we'll write this 5 in this format. There's a 5.0 and 0.5. So we what I've said, that the first thing that you have to compare is the rupee part. So you see what is there in the rupee part? 5. And what is it here? It is 0. So obviously which one is greater? 5. So 5 is greater than 0.5. I hope that with this conceptions you would be able to do all the sum of question number 1. Okay, now let's move on to question number 2. Now in question number 2, you have to express as rupees using decimals. Fine. That is the question would be in paisa form and you have to convert it into rupee form. Now first of all we have to see the relation between rupee and paisa. So we know that 1 rupees is equals to 100 paisa, or we can write 100 paisa equals to 1 rupee. So if 100 paisa equals to 1 rupee, then 1 paisa would be what? 1 by 100 rupees. This is a very important conception, students. You have to remember this. So 1 paisa is equals to what? 1 by 100 rupees. Now let's get on with the first one. Now 7 paisa is given, so you have to convert the 7 paisa into the rupee form, and that also using decimals. Now how to do that? Now 7 paisa. Now 1 paisa equals to 1 by 100 rupees. Just now we have learned. Now if 1 paisa is 1 by 100 rupees, so 7 paisa would be how much? 1 by 100 into 7 rupees, because it would be more. So it will be 7 by 100. Now you have to convert this 7 by 100 to a decimal source. So how to do that? So see how many zeros are there? 2. And how many digits are there in the numerator? 1. So you have to place the decimals after the 2 digits, but there is only 1 digit. So how to write? You see 1. So you have to adjust with another digit. So you will adjust that particular number with 0. Okay, and you always count from right hand side. That is 1, 2, and then place the point. This is how exactly you have to convert any fractional form carrying a denominator as 10 or 100 or 1000 to a decimal formation. Okay, Let's see. Let's go to the next example, that is number 2. See, 7 rupees and 7 paisa. You have to convert this whole form to a decimal formation. Now, how to write this? First, you learn this. 7 rupees, 7 paisa. So, this particular format can be written like this also. 7 rupees plus 7 paisa. Okay, this is a very, very important. Now, this form is already in rupees. Okay, and this is in paisa form. So the first thing that you will do is that you will convert the rupee into paisa form. Okay, now let's do it. So we know that 1 rupee equals to 100 paisa. So 7 rupees would be how much? 700 paisa. So 7 into 100. Okay, so it will come as 700 paisa, and what is there? 7 paisa. Just add this 2. So it will come as 707 paisa. Now you have to convert this 7 paisa to a rupee form. It's very easy. Now for that you have to divide it with 100. Okay, just now we have learned. Now again I've said that you have to use a decimal. So how many zeros are there, students? 2. So start from here. 1, 2, and then you have to put a point. If they would have 3 zeros, then 1, 2, 3, then we will put the decimal. Okay, if there is 4 zeros, so 1, 2, 3, there is no 4, then put 0 and then put point. In this way, this is the nature of, this is a process actually to convert it into a decimal formation. Now for this particular form we will give point here, that is 7.07, that because 2 zeros are there. So start from here, never start from here. Okay, start from here, that is from your right hand side, not from your left hand side. So 1, 2, then you have to place a point. So the final answer is 7.07 rupees. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. The next one is question number 3. Okay, now question number 3 is express 5 centimeters in meters and kilometers. That means you have to convert 5 centimeter into meter also and 5 centimeter into kilometer also. See, I have written this. So 5 centimeter into meter and 5 centimeter into kilometer. Before that, you have to know the relation between the meter and the centimeter form. So we know that 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter, or this could be written as 100 centimeter equals to 1 meter. If 100 centimeter equals to 1 meter, then 1 centimeter equals to what? It will be less. So that would be 1 by 100 meter. Now let's convert this 5 centimeter to meter form. As we know that 1 centimeter equals to 1 by 100 meter, the 5 centimeter will be what? It will be more. So we have to multiply. So 1 by 100 into 5 meter. So the final answer is 5 by 100. And then from here we have to convert it into decimal form. So as you know, what you have learned, how many zeros? 2. So how many digits are there? 1 only. So you have to add another digit, that would be 0. So 5, 0, then point, and then put 1 0. No problem with that. So 5 centimeter equals to 0.05 meter. Now let's move on to this one. 5 centimeter to kilometer form. The first thing that you have to know, the relation between kilometer and centimeter. So 1 kilometer equals to 1 lakh centimeter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1 kilometer is equals to 1 lakh centimeter. So we can write 1 lakh centimeter equals to 1 kilometer also. So if 1 lakh centimeter equals to 1 kilometer, then 1 centimeter would be what? Less, that is 1 by lakh kilometer. Now 5 centimeter would be what? 1 by 1 lakh into 5 kilometer. So that would be 5 by 1 lakh. Now how many zeros are there? Carefully see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But there are only one digit. So what you will do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you will put the point. Okay. So this is a very important conception, students. Okay. So this is all about question number 3. Now question number 3.1. Let's see what is there in question number. Sum number 2 of question number 3. So 35 millimeter you have to convert to centimeter also. 35 millimeter you have to convert to meter also, and 35 millimeter you have to convert to kilometer also. There is 3 types of questions are there. So again we have to know the relation, that is 1 millimeter equals to 1 by 10 centimeter. So 35 millimeter would be what? 35 by 10 centimeter. So there are only 1 0. So after one digit only we will put the point, that is 5.3, that is 3.5 centimeter. Now 35 millimeter into meter. So 1 millimeter equals to how many meters? 1 by 1000 meters. Okay students, this is a relation. You have to remember all these relations. So 1 millimeter equals to 1 by 100 meter. So 35 millimeter would be what? 35 by 1000 meter. So again there are 3 zeros, students. See, 1, 2, 3, but there are only 2 digits. So you have to make up another digit with 0. So 1, 2, puts 1 0 and then put point. Okay, so it will look like 0.035 meter. The last one is 35 meter to kilometer. So 1 millimeter equals to 1 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, 10 lakh kilometer. Okay, 10 lakh kilometer. So then 35 millimeter will be what? 35 by 10 lakh. So there are 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the decimal should be after 6 zeros. So there are only two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you put 0. Okay, I hope the video was very easy for you people. So today you have to perform question number 1, 2 and 3 of exercise 2.5. Okay, thank you and take care.